Police in Bungoma County have this morning raided two Catholic churches which were holding morning masses against the government directive on public gatherings in the wake of the highly contagious COVID-19 in the country. The raid followed a tip-off from the public that the two priests had continued to conduct morning masses every day between 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. days after the government banned all public gatherings and religious activities in order to contain the spread of the virus. At St. Paul's Catholic Church in Kandui, the priest who was leading the Mass was summoned and cautioned by the police, while the Mass at Christ the King Catholic Church, Bungoma Town, was ended hurriedly and the faithful dispersed before the police truck arrived. And we have Zacchaeus Mwasame, our reporter on the ground, who is also joining us live with more details. Zacchaeus?
Thank you, Zainab. We are now currently live from Kakamega here in Western Region. It's true that those priests were actually, found. Father Ogola was found dressing up by the police in the morning. He was preparing to lead over Mass, and then he was questioned, but then he said that they have been meeting. He says that they have been meeting in low numbers, despite the fact that the government banned social gatherings. That has raised questions, and even the hearings of the church, the Catholic Church in Bungoma specifically, with respect to the directives by the government to curb the spread of COVID-19. And then Father Ogola of Christ the King, that is a church that is found in Bungoma Town. It's one of the churches that carries very many faithfuls in Bungoma Town, was also on the spot, and he has been on the run. The police say that they are looking for him. They have already summoned the two priests, including a number of nuns also. It is said that they have also been meeting with also faithfuls in making prayers there. But that has not been received well, even with the residents of Bungoma. But that notwithstanding also, Zainab, you remember that the curfew started yesterday here in Kakamega. We didn't realize, we didn't see any unusual happenings here. The police were on the streets, and the people here in Kakamega were in their homes as early as 6:30. Business were closed earlier on. But maybe if you allow me a minute just to talk to one of the residents here to give us a feeling of how the curfew has been received here on the ground. Gentlemen, what's your name and what do you take of the curfew?
My name is Collins Lumumba, president wa vijana. Na hii curfew sisi Kakamega tumetii amri. Unapata kwamba curfew Kakamega kufikia saa moja hakuna watu nje. Lakini leo hii nimekuwa nikizungumza na rafiki yangu Oscar Kakuko kule Mombasa, napata kwamba pale kwa feri curfew inaanza kufanywa mwendo wa saa 11, na ambapo tunajua rais alitangaza curfew inafanyika mwendo wa saa 1. Kwa hivyo inakuwa ni vigumu sana. Unajua, it's very funny kwamba Kenyan government imediscover kwamba this virus ya corona inasambazwa usiku. Na mimi nashangaa kwa sababu wakati uko mchana town, unachukua hiyo virus unapelekea bibi yako kule nyumbani. Ile kitu ningejaribu kuambia serikali yetu kwamba curfew peke yake haitaweza. Kitu ambacho kinafaa kifanyike ni kwamba waweke total lockdown. Sisi wote tukae kwa nyumba 24/7 for 21 days or 30 days or 40 days.
Thank you, gentlemen. In the interest of time, asante sana. Thank you for talking to us. Zainab, that's the feeling that that gentleman is saying that a total lockdown will help the country because he's worried that people gathering in town and going back to the houses in the evening could also be an aid of the virus, spreading of the virus. From Kakamega here in Western Region, my name is Zacchaeus Mwasame, and now back to you in studio.